Welcome back to the channel. On our fourth and last day in Chongqing, we planned a short trip outside the city to visit a famous ancient town. Chongqing was the only city where we couldn't use Alipay to buy metro tickets. So, our first stop of the day was a nearby ATM, where we withdrew some cash. Cash sorted, metro tickets bought, and 30 minutes later, we reached the ancient town. We entered through an area packed with shops, not sure if this was even the right entrance. It was actually a bit cold, which is the reason we were in hoodies. Okay, clear. And there we were at the entrance of the ancient town. According to the map, this place is huge, so we had a lot to explore. Our previous ancient town visit in Shanghai was packed, but this one felt calmer and more spacious. To the left of the entrance, we found this peaceful area with no crowds. Looking back now, visiting this ancient town was totally worth it. We were just a few meters in, and the place already looked so beautiful. I couldn't wait to explore the place. But first, we decided to grab a quick snack. It took us 30 minutes by metro to reach this place. It just showed how well the city is connected. Now, let's go explore the place. In these ancient towns, you can be sure of one thing: there's always a place to eat close by. Despite the rainy conditions, the place was still buzzing with people. The weather actually added to the charm of this ancient town, and the busy streets just made the whole vibe even better. way, we discovered a spot that felt like a hidden garden, full of greenery and tranquility. Exactly the kind of place we wanted to explore. Away from the crowds, this place felt absolutely magical. This section of the ancient town was my favorite. It felt like we had it all to ourselves. And during our little side quests, we ended up in this really narrow pathway. It took a bit of effort to get down, but I really enjoyed it. You can tell we're back on the main street. By then, we were feeling pretty hungry and tired, so we went on the hunt for a place to eat. We didn't need to walk much. A warm, cozy food court was right nearby, so we settled in. There were so many counters, which meant plenty of options to choose from.
此气口必须要打卡的美食街惠林森，里面准备好了100多种。
The main streets were fun, but we'd had enough of the crowds, so we ducked into the side streets again. This is a famous temple in the ancient town, but looking at those steep steps, we gave it a miss. From there, we moved on to explore some other parts of the town. Finally, we reached one end of the ancient town, which was also an exit. We did a lot of walking that day, but the cool weather made it really comfortable. And even though there was a light drizzle, it never turned into anything more. So I guess we got lucky. It was definitely getting busier by the minute. Next time, I'd love to visit the ancient town in the evening when everything is lit up. If you're visiting Chongqing, this place is absolutely worth checking out. We'd done a lot of walking by then, so we decided to book a Didi back to the hotel. There were plenty of taxis around, but with Didi, you don't have to worry about any payment or meter issues. Although you do have to wait a bit. As usual, the views during the car ride were epic. minutes, we were back at the hotel, just in time to see the Hongya Cave complex light up. After resting for a bit, we headed out again. I actually wanted to get to the other side of the river, but we couldn't make it. Next time, I want to see the other side of the city. Our plan that evening was to get on the bridge to catch some views of Hongya Cave from a different angle. The city feels a little bit sleepy during the day, but once evening hits, it transforms into a whole different world. After that, we set off for Raffles Square, another spot we were keen to check out. By the time we reached Raffles, it was already quite late, and the mall was mostly empty. Before heading to the viewpoint, we grabbed a burger meal at KFC. On the other end of the Raffles building, we found ourselves in this huge open area. The lighting on those buildings looked really pleasing. When you reach the edge, you get this awesome view. It was amazing. Chongqing is a massive city. Even after spending 4 days here, we barely scratched the surface. There's so much to explore and plenty of reasons to keep coming back again and again. Spending the evening near the Raffles building was a great way to end our time in Chongqing. Against the dark sky, it was wonderful to see the building glow and change colours. How cool! That's how our 4 days in Chongqing came to an end. I really loved our stay there and would love to go back and explore even more. We'll be back with another video soon, but until then, take care!